What if you could take this to a different level? What if I could put this in my phone?
What?
And then just take that out whenever I want.
Oh my god. So like ujai kuwa na makaratasi unaenda tao ukasema
nishaifanya I was arrested for that. Changed paper to money, cash.
Wagwan fam, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Cheka 2 Podcast. Kama kawa kama dawa, I am your host Nick Mwamba himself, and in studio today we are joined in by
umse squeeze amesahau kufanya intro. Tunafuni introduce vizuri
bwana. Aya sawa. Wacha sorry. Relax basi msanii, wacha nianze. Usijam.
Nitatoka.
Usitoke. Hata kudisappear na ni cheka hapa. Anyway, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Cheka 2 Podcast. Kama kawa kama dawa, I am your host Nick Mwamba himself, and remember this is the number 1 podcast in Kenya. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and subscribe to all our channels. And before we start off this episode today, we have 2 big celebrities, and one of the first celebrities we have is none other than the man himself, the man we've been waiting for today. Kama sio wewe haki ya Mungu.
Ni kweli amwezi. I go by the name Shady Freeman aka Island Boy, cause you know I'm an island boy and I'm always trying to make it. Yeah. Nilikwambia utafute intro. Unaona sasa unashtuka. Anashindwa, hiyo ni gani? Ona.
Anyway, this is a very special episode. Imekuwa kwa bucket list yangu ya nitwaje? Guests. When we started kitambo, that was around 2020. Nilikuwa nimecheki some, I don't know if he's a magician, illusionist, mentalist. He's going to tell us more. But in studio today we have the one and the only Musau The Mentalist. Well.
Mambo vipi?
Mambo fresh bro, how you doing?
I'm good bro.
Uko aje?
Niko salama, niko fresh barida.
Uko fresh barida. You ready for the episode?
Yeah, of course I'm ready.
So what's in store for us, kabla?
Well, first of all, you're asking what am I?
Yeah, what are you?
That's the first question you asked. Well, most people call me a magician, but I'm not. I was a magician at a very young age, yeah. But then currently I am a mentalist.
Okay, what's the meaning of a mentalist?
So, what
mental health?
Hiyo najua ameshtuka.
Ashashtuka hapo. So basically a mentalist, the mind, mentalism.
Oh.
So what I do is I deal with visual and very intriguing acts of the mind. So basically you don't need props to perform. All you need is your mind and somebody else, and that's it. Probably, that's enough for a whole show. So basically I deal with the mind. I deal with the neuro-linguistic programming, where you actually train your mind to understand people's thoughts, behaviors, analyzing body gestures, those kinds of things in psychology too.
So like before like tuanze episode ushatusoma sisi wote nini?
I was analyzing you, kwanza ulikuwa happy Friday.
Speaking of that, we are recording this on Monday. So how was your weekend before we get into mine?
Weekend was dope. I mean, every day is I love every day. I take every day as it comes by. So I choose to be happy every single single day of its own.
Wewe ukwenda hii mambo ya babi. Mababi wamebambika huko.
Kama mliniona ama
huku.
Sikuenda. I didn't go.
Are you a big fan of movies?
Yeah, I'm supposed to actually go to the movies tomorrow, Tuesday.
You're going to watch Barbie? Well, Barbie nimecheki wase wameirate.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Let me go check it out. I mean, I'll check out both of them actually. There's Oppenheimer and Barbie, but I'm mainly going for Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer is a really, well, I haven't watched the movie yet, but people are saying ni movie inacheza na emotions sana. Like unalia sai, unacheka, unashangaa. But for people have rated it 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But for Barbie wase rate 6, 5. Na venye wase walikuwa wameng'ara ile event.
Lakini unajua vitu zingine mimi wanaanga hivi. Okay, I'm not sure about the specific movie you bado sijai watch. But most things, especially movie kama nitwaje, series kama Games of Thrones. Yani hizi ni vitu wasewa mezi overhype na labda hazijafika. Maybe I'm not saying haijafika hapo, but maybe unaweza pata haijafika hapo. Maybe too, I don't know, wase upendanga ku radio wave ya like something new. and maybe inakuwa overhyped, but I have to check it out kwanza ndo niseme kama
utawatch Barbie
itabidi man.
So utawatch ukimedunga pink
nini hapo na kadive.
Anyway, weekend yako ilikuwa je shady?
Mimi ilikuwa poa. I had a slow weekend. I don't think nilifanya hata kitu yote constructive hivyo. Nilikaa tu kwa nyumba nikaprako vitu hapa na pale nini, swimming pale, unajua wewe nini unaona. So but nimekuwa na weekend tu poa, I guess. Imekuwa slow but poa, nini, I can't complain.
Weekend yangu imekuwa fiti. We had a family gathering juzi on Saturday. So I was in Meru. Tulikuwa na familia. So unajua hizo gatherings nini, after sherehe, after like the main party makuzoa na baki, alafu mnachafua 1 2 so like nimekuwa I got the chance to sleep like vizuri jana, cause Saturday coming to Sunday the whole night niliona usiku yote hivi. So I was sleeping around 7. Nilikuwa ni travel at 9 but nililala 7 am. Nikisema ati acha nichukue nap ya 2 hours hivi nitaamka. Nani?
Ayo yuko anga scam.
Niliamka 2 pm.
But umse kitu yenyewe nishangaza. Na Nick anaweza kuja. So sisi mimi personally mimi stay nini at River. So sometimes you coming through. So tunaweza kama tuko sherehe for example. Umse anaweza kuwa anatoka tuseme 5 am. Ata doze 4 na by 5 ataamka na tukimwona tunomsee uona duaje. Mimi nikijaribu naweza oversleep. Mimi kama imefika like kuseme 2 hours even 3 hours before your time nafani amke asilali. Unajua nikilala
kuisha
nimejiharibia, I'll get lazy. Ama hata nikiamka nitakuwa like kwani ni lazima una getting hizo kwani ni lazima acha nilale.
Tulikuwa tunaongea na Musau behind off air, alikuwa ananiambia he stays unakanga macho usiku.
Yeah, more awake at night. Actually, I think I went to sleep about 2 hours ago.
2 hours?
2 hours ago, yeah.
10.
Why? Yeah. Ama ni too...
No, just naturally, because I like thinking at night when there's peace, there's just that silence. Kuna ile, it's just a different kind of vibe,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Inalingana pia na mahali unaishi unajua.
Yeah, and then most of the times I'm working, it's mostly at night. So I've gotten used to that environment to a point where I'm naturally awake just at night. And asleep during the day. So I'm more active at night, yeah.
Crazy.
Ameongelea peace, nikaanza kujiambia inalingana pia la like places unaishi unacheki.
Wewe kwenyu wewe.
I don't think so.
Huyu kwake usiku ndo club zinafunguliwa. Huyu ufikirie tu mchana umalizane nayo.
I used to live in nilikuwa naishi Ngara.
Yeah. I used to live in Ngara too before.
Yeah. Which side?
Fig Tree.
Oh.
Before, yeah, that was like what 4 or 5 years ago.
Hey, mimi naishi the side road. Equity.
Where the circus is, yeah?
Yeah. So like kuna ka hoteli fulani hapo best ya shedi mbaya. Huo mama sijaona hoteli kama hii. Anafungua 9 pm. Ndio hoteli yake inakuwa active.
Yaani hapo ndo anafungua.
Kufungua hoteli.
Kufungua.
Alafu sasa biashara ina run sasa mpaka saa ngapi?
Hata
2-3 am yo.
Inategemea ni biz gani hiyo?
Hoteli like anapika
alafu funny thing set ni like hoteli like eti hoteli
structure
ni like so venye wanadupia. I think the reason why she does that ni because hapo penye anauzanga food
kwa wakora
si kwa wakora ni like shops za watu. So watu wakifunga shops ndo anakaa hapo nje, anapikia tu hapo nje like tuseme huko na shop so anakutime ukifunga shop ndo anakuja na anaika jiko hapo nini meza.
By the way ukweli
Bible studio place ni hiyo. I think ni wanangoja sio afunge ndo afungue shop.
Like peace usiku unajua Ngara sasa unajaribu kufikiria alafu unasikia marisasi ushanga rada
wala Ngara yuko anga too busy yuko crazy.
Anyway, let's like jump into it. Au sio? So nilikuwa na cheki nimekupitia sana as I said you started this thing while you were at 7.
Yeah, age 7. I usually say age 7 because that's the age I remember starting my first
What was your first trick?
Actually, it wasn't my first trick. It's something that was shown to be my cousin, yeah?
What?
Her name's Yvonne. So I remember my other cousin had just gotten a gift, a whole magic kit, and I was so intrigued by this kit, and I didn't know how to use it. Yeah, so Yvonne came to visit sometime, and then she took an envelope. Then she asked me to take a toothpick and hand it to her. So I handed one to her, and then she put that toothpick inside The envelope. Sealed it. She broke the envelope in half, and you can hear the toothpick breaking. But when she opened it, it was whole. And she did it again and again. So that just put me in this curious mindset because I didn't know how that worked. I think that was the peaking point for me. That's where I realized that I was more intrigued into fascination and just the art of the mind and misdirection, sleight of hand. That's why I say I began as a magician.
Ooh.
Yeah. That because of seeing those kind of acts and yeah.
So unajua pia Shady ni magician. Shady.
Nasikia
Magic
yangu.
That's the first thing you told me when you got here.
Maze hadi mimi pia niko na tricks kadhaa tu cards like.
Magic yako ulianza ukiwa miaka ngapi?
Yangu ni ngumu, I think 204 205 but yangu tu ni ukora. Hadi by hizi tricks zangu sijui nani alinifunzanga. But ni poa kujua hizo matricks. Unaenda mahali unashtua watu. Kwanza kwa hizi gathering unaambia mtu wewe kuja.
Kapa wewe.
Na nampa mpaka cards. Namwambia leta cards zako. Usiseme mimi ndo nimekuja na zangu. Nakwambia shuffle. Yaani ni poa. I think mimi hizi tricks zio ni bamba juu. Venye wase huku amazed. Na mimi zangu naweza sema ni ukora. Juu zangu si magic.
Mimi acha nikwambie, I told you guys nilikuwa Meru juzi. So on Friday I was going to my auntie's place. So I walked kuna stage ya bikes. So as I was passing by nikacheki gathering ya wase mob. Nikashangaa kwani rada. Je, cheki wase wa pikipiki wako area moja kuna jambo. Nikasema wacha nipitie nicheki. Kufika anacheki sijui ni magician ama ni mkora. Akona this cartons amezikata into round. Ngapi? 3. Msee I think ni wase wapata potea. Bro,
ulicheza?
Zai.
Mwana ugopanga hizo vitu before tu umalize. Kuna day fulani natembea tao. Alafu unajua hizi ni mastori nimesikia before mimi town nimenyonyesha mambo. Natembea just minding my own business. Nini nimetembea eti mtu ameangusha carton. Eti nyokote hiyo nikamwambia wewe nyokote kama
kuja wokote.
Bila sisi unaokota ushavutu. Kuja ucheze huwa ameshinda 800. Washindo mambo ya 800 imetoka wapi? Mimi nilikuwa natembea.
So like si nikasema acha niende nicheki nini. So kufika imagine the first thing omse aliniona tu hivi. Akaniambia wewe uko band kucheza. Kashangaa. Bro hata sijauliza. Ndo nimeingia. Nikasema acha nicheki ukora. Akasema haya unaona hii ndio tunacheza nayo. Imekuwa sasa ka sticker chrome. Hii ndio tunacheza nayo. Haya angalia vizuri 3 akaweka hapo. Naangusha pararara. Haya ekelea anafanya hivi nini.
So anakuonyesha hapa ndo penye chrome iko.
Na hizo zingine hazina stickers. So anazizungusha anazichanganya nini. Kwambia weka yako. Ukiweka hivi chwani.
So unafua kichwani penye
hiyo sticker chrome iko. Ukiweka chwani kwa chrome anakupea chwani.
So inakuja 100.
Inakamso. But wewe ukiweka chwani upate hakuna hiyo chrome inaenda. So when niliketi sasa when nilicheki alini disqualify because I think hakuwa ameivisha hiyo trick. So aliona labda mimi ni msee wa 9 najua hizi vitu. Kaniambia wewe kwanza ilifika mimi na beshta. Wewe na wewe disqualified. Amchezi. So like msee hata sio magician because ukicheck hizo circles hizo cartons kuna moja imekatwa ndogo ingine imekatwa kubwa kidogo. So like unaangalia tu size ya penye ameweka hiyo sticker ya chrome.
Sasa swali ni huwa na trick watu aje.
Sasa ndo maana I guess ni maana aliniban because nilikam ku understand later hivyo venye ana shuffle hizo kadi hizo cartons anaachilia unadhani ameachilia chrome kumbe hiyo chrome ameshikilia hapa chini anarusha juu. So anairusha ile design ya unadhani nini ya chrome. So wewe unaangalia hiyo yenye imewekwa sticker patapotea kumbe si hiyo. You later kuja unapata si kumbe ni like it's the other one. So wase walikuwa wameanza kumshika mpaka anaanza kuambia sasa wewe penye imefika huchezi tena. Wewe umepata pesa nyingi sana wewe.
Wewe ni kama
kwa ameivisha.
Sasa wewe unajua hiyo stuff?
I've actually nishaicheza before.
Ushaicheza?
Ama you always exposed.
No, at first when I went to play that game I didn't understand what it was. But then coming to realize I now understand what it is because you only game always shinda.
Wala.
You can't win
upende usipende
Upende usipende.
basi
Ukishinda
huyo
labda
the
kuachie
actual
aseme atake wewe ushinde.
unajua huko wanaitanga patapotea. US UK they call it 3-card Monty.
kumbe Kenya ndio wameharibu.
But it's the same concept, but you'll never win that game. They're using those people are very smart. Even for them to think about the way to use psychology to make you think that you might win this money. You know, they have wanafunga na audience hapo. When wanashinda
Stage nzima ilikuwa imesimama. Unakuja kuambia mtu nipeleke town, hapana nashinda hii game ngoja.
Alafu kukaka unaonanga I think okay mimi unaonanga like how I say who working together because unaweza pata msee amekamapo. Unaona ameshinda 1000. Si mumeona?
Cheza wewe.
Cheza. Ukicheza wazee inaenda tu left.
hawezi shinda hiyo game.
Ulikuwa unasema?
So it's called 3-card Monty. The idea is they use a trick involved, which is very true, where they toss the top card rather than the bottom. It's called Sleight. It's sleight of hand.
Yes.
So they're very good at sleight of hand. They have 3 of them. Number 2, they're using psychology, even when they're choosing you as a subject.
Wamekuona.
Kusoma akataumia.
Hata kabla ucheze ushakuuliza kama kuna simu.
Ai.
Si ndio?
Uko na nini? Uko na nini hapo weka
nini? Uko na simu, uko na wallet, you know. So they know what kind of things you have. Because they can't let you play the game if you have nothing.
So lazima ukuwe umefanya psychology nyingine deep.
If you go ukienda hapo na 50 bob, they won't play with you. You have to have something of more value. If not, your phone. Ekela simu basi. Ushasikia kitu?
Imagine trick moja tu iPhone yako.
And then the thing is, the moment you lose, which you're going to lose at some point, they take your phone, you know you can't take it back.
Yeah,
because kuna group ya wase hapo watakuhandle hapo. Vibaya sana.
Si umelose na kila mtu ameona umelose.
You have to lose. Yeah. So actually, the day I went there, there were actually cops. Karibu tu hapo.
No, inakuanga illegal, si ndio?
It's illegal. Yeah, of course it's illegal. But even those you know it's all psychology. They know you're going to go to those cops if they take your money or your phone. So they've already paid off these cops before. These guys are like 10 steps ahead of you. Damn. And you're going to come back tomorrow. You never find them in the same spot.
Ni kweli though.
Alibebwa na pikipiki na hakurudi tena.
Facts, yeah.
Hata hiyo ni that script, that's an ani. It's a what do you call it? Plan. Eti kubebwa na pikipiki. That's part of the plan.
Manze ukicheki nikishashinda kapa 10 hivi
na nibebe, nipeleke alafu turudi huko kesho. Ama turudi huko kesho.
Damn. So tulikuwa kwa 7 years toothpick.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's where I began my journey. But then I decided to become a mentalist because I was more interested in real stuff. I didn't want to do tricks anymore because, you know, tricks is an explanation behind tricks.
Yeah.
But what more is there to this that I can do to make a different kind of genre in the country? You know, rather than just being among the first people who are bringing magic into Kenya, why not make it even more rare by bringing mind reading, mentalism, hypnosis into the country as well, you know? And so I started reading books on psychology. As I told you, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I read a lot of books on hypnosis, and I can tell you for sure, I failed so many times practicing. Because I didn't have somebody to teach me. I was learning on my own. Kwanza in school, high school. Kabarak, if you ask, I even see people replying to my story saying how I used to do things in high school, disappearing, nini, what. Yes, it's true. But that was when I was actually trying to get into hypnosis. I'm sure
actually
practicing. And it was failing so many times.
Let
me tell you, it got to a point I started practicing this thing, psychokinesis, telekinesis. I used to think there's this thing called chi. What chi is?
Yeah.
Chi energy.
The inner,
Yes. So I was so like siko najua anything at all. So I started reading on these Chinese books how to focus energy. There's this thing called a psi wheel. It's like a you know a chatterbox, the one that goes like this.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of shape, but imefunguka, you put it on a sharp pin, and you're supposed to close all the windows around you and try and make this thing move with your mind. It got to that point where, you know, you're so clueless, and there's nobody there to mentor you, so you just have to keep failing and understanding what's real and what's not real. I mean, energy is real, yes. Sometimes it would actually spin, but you know, you can't. There's no what do I call it? There's no not explanation, but there's no form of proof that you can move something with your mind using energy.
Yeah.
You know? So I had to really come together and just understand what mentalism is as a whole, of which it just made me just study so much. To get to this point, I'm telling you, it took so much work.
So ikitu ekwangi like eti fluke ama bahati ama sweet.
No.
Okay,
Talent,
kidogo, but practice.
Yeah. It's just like the way you have an interest in football.
Yeah.
You have an interest in football, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Were you born knowing football?
No.
But what made you understand football and love football?
Watching it more consistently.
Experiences? Did you play football with your friends?
Yes, I do.
So those are the things exactly. So I started boarding school very early in kindergarten. I was in boarding school.
For real?
Yeah, pre-unit. Was it pre-unit or what? I was in boarding school from pre-unit to all my life. Actually.
Boarding?
Yeah, boarding school.
Na mimi nilianzishwa boarding class 7. Nimechukia familia yangu yote, mbona walinipeleka boarding class 7?
I'm telling you, I was in Serari. Okay, I've been moving a lot. I was in Tanzania, Breban.
Breban iko na Tanzania?
Yeah, Breban, Arusha. And then I went to school of, what's the school called in Rwanda?
No, we ni mkora.
Green Hills Academy. So I kept moving country to country. When I settled here in Kenya, I had to start school again from, I think pre-unit. Yeah, pre-unit. Boarding school now.
So like ulianza boarding ukiwa mtu mkubwa?
You are a bit older.
No.
Were you older than
I was a bit older, but I think let me say I started school very early.
Oh.
Yeah. So either way, it was the right age, but I was in boarding school. Serare school, it's in Ngong. I don't know if you know it.
In a group of schools?
It's not a group of no, it's
private.
It's just a private school.
Uzenye najua umwambie Jamhuri hai hizo.
Nairobi primary.
So I would just imagine you're a kid, you're in boarding school, where are your friends? At that point.
Yeah.
It's not like you have
Literally
like
don't have
classmates who are boarding
classmates,
and that. No, so I would be in the dorm. I'd be alone most of the times, or now I'd make friends with high school. And, so I had a lot of time to just think for myself. Just, once you have time to speak with yourself, your subconscious mind, eventually you start understanding yourself to a better level.
Yeah, but then do you meditate on that?
I do, but not in the way you think, in my own way.
How? Well, if you don't mind.
Before how he does his own meditation, what is like the general way of meditating? Because I've also been trying to meditate, and then what I understand with meditating is just staying still and being quiet. Ndaka nianze kufikiria sijui lunch asubuhi. And it's so hard for me personally because it's something I really want to incorporate in my routine. But when I go quiet, it's even more busy than when I'm talking because I'm just thinking so much. How do you like?
How I meditate? I think this might sound basic, but I stay away from my phone when I need to. Like I can just decide today I'm not going to have my phone on me. I'm just going to be in my own space. Just sitting in silence. The TV's off. Ambient lighting, just in your house, chilling. And that's when you get time to think for yourself. Do you ever have these times where you feel like you're speaking to yourself?
Yeah.
And whenever you hear that, is it your voice or do you hear someone else's voice?
Someone else.
Someone else.
Yeah. Mimi yangu.
And you hear yours?
Yes.
And you hear someone else's voice?
Yeah. Mi usikianga kama
Kadem ama kaboi.
Okay, si dem but nasikia ni kama mtu mwingine ni kama
anaongea. Person's talking to you.
Yeah. Ish.
But you feel like you're talking to yourself.
Your own voice. I make jokes by myself.
Una feeling.
Tunaweza kapo usikie nimecheka kumbe niko na show yangu huko juu.
Huyu hizo jokes eti ni nzuri. Wake ni funny. Akikwambia unashindwa but umekucheka 3 hours hapa. Wait. For you personally, you usually hear yourself from mtu mwingine.
I hear myself, my own voice, yeah.
Kumbe naweza kuwa mentalist.
Mimi niko lost wallahi.
No, you're not lost.
Ama naongeanga na mapepo na sijui.
That's the thing. As long as you know that you can speak to yourself, it means you're in sync with your inner self. And one of the most important things in life is to, self-awareness. When you talk about self-awareness, it means understanding yourself as a person, yeah? And you might think that's just a basic statement, and people think it's a basic statement, but you really have to understand who you are. Like if I ask you right now, who are you?
Yeah, but that's usually a really loaded question.
You're probably going to tell me something that people have made you to be.
Yeah.
from your experiences in life, because you're not born by choice. I mean, you're not born by like you don't have an option to be born in a particular family or a particular environment.
Nimekuwa nikifikiria hiyo story.
Just think about it for a minute. Yeah,
like singezaliwa kwa Uhuru nini.
Everything is you're already in a box from the moment you're born. The parents, you don't choose your parents, do you?
No.
Nah.
You don't choose the schools you go to. You don't choose the way you're going to be raised. You don't choose the food you're going to eat.
Yeah.
But you see those experiences in that box, they shape you to become the person you are. And that's not self-awareness. That's awareness from a different person's perspective. Your mom wants you to be a doctor, you become a doctor. That's not who you are. It's what you've been shaped to be. Okay? But if you get out of that box, in which not many people are out of that box, you need to be, outgoing, not really outgoing, extroverted. Trying to just try new things. Because a lot of people end up passing away without knowing what they can do, who they can be. They might be the best runners in the world, but since they never tried it, they're never gonna be that outcome.
It's true. I think having more time by yourself, it's a really important thing. Because I also have, as I was saying, I'm really trying to like have meditation a part of my routine. Yeah, because I have a friend of mine.
Yeah,
I won't mention the name, but he's a musician. Yeah. So we were having this talk and you were saying how he wakes up at 3, he doesn't check his phone, he doesn't ataangalia simu maybe my 11 huko na hiyo ni emails nini vitu kama hizo. This guy practices almost the whole day. Na off day yake ni moja, ni Sunday. Na kuangi hatokangi afanye nini unless ni shows. Ako tu yeye peke yake anafikiria kenye yeye anataka kuwa akiput in work into what he wants to nini. Yeah, so ni kitu crazy. Okay, it sounds easy but ni ngumu because nimekuwa nikijaribu.
Exactly.
Yeah, nimekuwa nikijaribu.
So like
really difficult.
Me I personally me ujiambia, I think hadi nyinyi mnaweza agree on this. Inakuanga very dangerous, like always thinking by yourself, like kama venye ubeshti yako ako peke yake, like tuseme hiyo ni like definitely 24/7, si ndio? Inafukanga mahali you find it hard to interact with people.
Yes, that can be true, but very, 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 very true. Actually, you find it hard to interact with people. Yes, sometimes those thoughts you have might not be positive. Might be for the good, and that's why some people choose to go drink. They choose to smoke. They choose to, it's a means of trying to recalibrate and put yourself in a safe space you're trying to create. You're trying to create that escape from those negative thoughts. On the other hand, it can be for the positive, because there are always two sides to everything. But life can be only two options, either good, bad, true or not.
And wait, let me cut you short on that point. Okay, this is a really personal question.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
That's a good question. Yeah. I do. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I think that you can only believe in what you do not know. You can only believe in what you do not know. Because if you knew God exists, would you be believing in that case?
Not really.
No, because you'd know.
Kupale.
Yeah. So technically, you're believing in something you do not know.
So that's faith.
It's faith. It's more or less like faith. But also think about it. You know that there's good in the world, there's bad in the world. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Let me finish this point.
Yeah. Exactly. True.
And if you know what good is, how does good feel like? Helping people. Just think about it. Helping people, just, assisting, just visiting people, And if you know that God is good and good is real, then why is God not real? If God is good. Yeah. That's the kind of mentality I use whenever I'm trying to, connect myself on that deeper level. Because obviously there's bad. You can harm people, you can do everything. And if that's wrong, why would God be wrong if God believes in good?
Yeah. There's also this thing that I usually say, because most people, even atheists sometimes, okay, I don't really judge anyone on their beliefs, but sometimes you can hear someone talk and then they're like, the world is full of evil, I don't believe in God, there's no God. But I usually say personally, there's always two sides of something.
Always two sides.
If there's the devil and demons and all those things that most of the people believe, even atheists, they believe that there's some forces that usually make people do bad things or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
That means there's also good forces somewhere, because there can't be only one side of the coin.
There always two.
It's not possible. So that's what even really rooted my belief in God, because if there's evil in the world, and we've seen evil in the world, so that means there's also good. So yeah, personally, Mimi,
that's exactly
I think hapo kwa religion you've gotten a lot of questions.
Yeah, I've gotten so many questions. You're a mentalist, shouldn't you not be believing in God, or should you be using
where do you
dark
get your
forces?
power?
Where do you get, bro, speaking unajua
it's funny because I actually have these conversations with God myself. Like you're just on your own level where you're just speaking to him directly. I mean, not like I wouldn't say kneeling down and praying, but just I think people relate with God in different ways. Your own relationship with him can be through dreams, can be through, you never know. It's different for every single person. For me, I can literally be sitting here quiet, but I'm speaking to him directly in my mind, So I've got a lot of questions about this. Of course, there have been situations where people have tried to approach me for the wrong reasons. I've mentioned this so many times.
Shayombea kwa kanisa, riswa na kukemea.
Nimesikia kuna Kamau mali. Kevin Musau. Huyo ushaikuwa kwa kitu kama hiyo sina.
Kama hata ikafika mahali familia yako kuna
hata nikamchawi.
Huyu kamefanya pesa karatasi.
Hata alienda Nigeria.
No, I get that question a lot from family especially. Hey, unafanyanga aje hizi vitu?
Alafu tena unajua Musau like inamaanisha ni Mkamba, so inaongeza sasa chumvi kabisa.
But you have to add fuel to the fire. Otherwise, if you try hide your real name and people find it out later on, it's gonna become more of a problem, because now they think you are hiding your own personality because you're afraid of portraying who you really are. So give it out to the open. Show them I'm Kamba, fine.
But you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
You can hear it loud and clear. Fine. You associate us with witchcraft, magic, fine. But let me put a different touch to it, so that you see this as a professional kind of, path, and you have more respect for this art, even with my name on it.
Yeah.
Think of it like you enter a boardroom, and there's one big person in the room. You get to that one big person, you get to everybody else. That kind of mentality. Yeah. So I think even for my brand itself, I've really analyzed the best ways to get through people's heads, and that's through strategy. Believe me, I've never mentioned this on any interview or TV.
This is an exclusive.
This is exclusive.
Samanga hivyo.
Even for me, the first time I went on TV was on The Trend, and that's imagine a fast show being on The Trend. But you know what I did to get to that point? I think you remember sometime I was doing some Instagram lives and everything.
And you're really big
that?
on you're really big on Instagram.
It was a whole strategy. I remember very well linking myself to different people, different celebrities. I remember at that point I think King Kalala was joining.
It was during COVID.
Yes, during COVID.
It was really big.
King Kalala was joining I think Energy Radio, but through, was it Amina Rabah? I think Amina Rabah was a mentor or something.
Okay.
And then I knew that I could get access to this person to get to King Kalala. Then from King Kalala, since there's a relationship here, you can get to this person. And not directly to them, but through the photographers, videographers. So it was more of a strategy. Every single person I brought onto that live show had a bigger purpose
in the future. Yeah.
So it wasn't about that moment. It was about what my agenda was in future. And you could see me doing lives, it kept growing bigger and bigger and bigger. It gets to a point where if you want to get to somebody, you can, because you already know the way through. Yeah, and that was what I was actually doing during that COVID time.
Hey man, we should actually be friends. I can really learn a lot from you, man. Crazy.
Before kidogo, hii stuff inaisha. You want more ama?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
You do only drink wine? Because I was asking myself how comes, because me personally, I find wine kidogo
just light, huh?
Light.
Yeah, I only take it when I need to. Especially before events. Before every single one of my performances, I have at least a glass of wine, because it makes me calm. It keeps you out of that loop of feeling like you're there to impress. You're not there to impress. For me, I'm not there to impress. I'm there to create that emotion among the crowd. And wine kind of gives me that. It's not the aiding force, but it assists. It just helps.
Yeah.
Have you ever like drunk gin? Do you have any crazy drunk experiences?
Not that I'd like to share, no. Okay. But I remember this one time, I don't know. No, I think that one, not yet. I'm not ready to say this one. Bado iko fresh.
Iko fresh sana.
Bado iko too fresh. But let me just tell you, it involved talking to dogs at some point. Yeah, it was that serious. Kwanza kuongelesha dogi. Alafu si hivyo, bro, nakwambia like
because meshika
alafu bado nakuongelesha pia. Unaongelesha dogine na kuongelesha.
Si kuiongelea, kuongelesha unaweza iongelesha.
Exactly.
Basi sasa hadi
inakurudishia.
Wait, what?
Mimi nataka zishike hivyo nice nyaje.
That's when I was like nope. Never again.
So like was it talking back words ilikuwa inaboeka alafu unaelewa?
No, I think also I didn't know what it was like, that kind of fast, because I never tried alcohol before, like even as a kid, never. Like I never took alcohol at all. And maybe 21 or 20.
So watu walianza kulewa na 15, 16.
Yeah, so that day I had gone for a party, yeah? And I tried, a friend of mine just gave me some, I don't know, it was what's this thing called? Gin. I don't even know the names. Look at me. Give me some levy. It's in a green bottle, you know, to a Jägermeister. Apparently you're supposed to take like shots and stuff. Mimi just a glass halfway.
Jumezoea wine nini?
Na umeimumunya hiyo. Maka unauliza tu mbona nyinyi mnaweka hamtaki niwaongeze.
Sasa uko hapo nje unaitisha Uber, alafu kuna inaitwa aje? Hizi dogs zinaitwa aje?
German Shepherd. Bosco.
Kumbe sio German Shepherd.
Bosco. Okay, nje. Unangoja kabe. Alafu kuna dogi mlala hapo. Inakuangalia unaiongelesha. Na anakuongelesha bro. Ilikuwa mbaya. It was that bad.
Man, this niko maji then I check you maji mbaya. Anyway, ulikuwa uliza swali before I interrupted with the wine.
I think imenipita hiyo.
Lakini I think wine ni kitu hadi wine inafanyanga watu wakuwa level like kama hujazoea kunywa.
No, I think wine is just if you want that mellow vibe. It's not wine is not to that point where you get drunk. I think just enough.
Mamangu alikunywanga siku fulani akaanza like hata 20 minutes haikupita zikaanza kumshika. So namuongelesha anaongea vitu aziko. Akamwambia mama, yani ka wine na sitaki kuonesha madhe mimi ni mlevi.
So tunaelewa.
Atinaelewa logistics za pombe. Mama, kwani kamekuleta hivyo? Atunajua mimi aka sijazoea ni. I was like, wow, kumbe wine. Lakini ziushika because I'm feeling the effect right now. Nasikia niko jovial living.
Iko too fit. Iko too fit. See too much, see.
Just enough, huh?
Just enough. So we were at
ngoja nilikuwa kwa mambo na nimekumbuka hiyo swali nilikuwa naniambia niulize about venye umejieka wewe Musau as a brand.
Yeah.
Like when did you discover like so hii kitu seti nafanya for fun I can actually earn and make a living out from it, because unajua there are a lot of magicians. Acha niwaite hivyo for a lack of a better term.
I like that question.
Kuna group.
Well, I mean, a society of magicians, international magicians and mentalists.
Speaking to Tongeo International.
So yes, there's that. But even if to get to that point, man, I had to work. I really had to work. So even what you see online, it might look simple, but the amount of effort and mind work that's gone into that is so much.
Yeah, and you quite and okay, sorry, finish.
And you asked me a question about yes, of course, I've seen upcoming magicians in Kenya. Of course, they're there, and it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not here to compete with anyone. In fact, most of the times when I'm having events, and I can't, there's some events you can't really take. But rather than saying no, why not give somebody else who can benefit from this? So giving them this kind of events, I know this Chell the magician. There is Mocha. I've seen these guys everywhere. They're going really well. But at the same time, it's not about the competition. We're not trying to push each other down, no. Because, once you focus so much on competition, you lose touch of why you really became that brand, why you really chose this path in life. Because if I started this as a kid, I didn't know much about money, no. This was more of a passion for me. And for me, I wanted magic and mentalism to be a passion that pays, not a job. So you'll find me, sometimes I might be here, but I'm performing for free. But I'm somewhere else, I'm charging like maybe $5,000 or something. Yeah. So it's not because it's not because it's not because of the money, no. Because even without the money, I still want to create that emotion among people, that feeling of joy, fascination, and everything, you know. But also at the same time, give it its respect. And you know, everything that's free really loses its value. So I think I just put a value to the brand. That's what I can say. So even for me right now, what I do is more of a hobby. It's a passion, hobby and a passion. It's not a job.
I think.
And funny enough, I quit my real job to do this full time.
What?
Yeah, I had a full-time job.
What
I was working in real estate.
Ooh.
Yeah. See? So I was I was a social media manager and sales department at the same time, because the company was just starting out. I was there for like 2 years, but then I realized, first of all, I'm not a morning person. Like,
no,
I'm not a morning person, and I can't be in an environment where everything you're saying or giving has to be from textbook. I like thinking outside the box, just ideas, creating and just visualizing. I'm that kind of industrious. And for me, I feel very comfortable just doing what I do full time. I mean, it's very difficult, especially beginning. I mean, you know, nobody knew about you, so you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your bills. But where's the money coming from? Where's the awareness? No. You know. So I remember even like I used to do just those live shows. I remember the first money I actually touched, like my own cash, was from Extendela.
Nyonga Fest.
Yes, Nyonga Fest. I remember, I think you saw me. I went for, and I did an audition. And from that on, I think I got 80K.
I remember Ali nakumbuka ki-announce. Nilikuwa fan wa hiyo kitu nani.
Shaka huko unaenda kuona Musau wewe.
Shaka shughuli zingine.
Sasa umeleta
Unakuja kudu hapa wanze.
Yeah, and
kidogo I think uko na like, because we are 40 minutes in na wase labda wanashangaa, but tuko na time bado. Trick yako moja inakuwa kufanya msee alale.
Yeah, hypnosis, yeah.
Ushaifanya msee alale akakosa kuamka kabisa?
No. No, that's the thing. It can't be that. Even before I do it, there are already rules to the book. Number one, you have to bring everybody back to the state you took them from. That's rule number one. Where's the actually I'm saying hypnotic state or trance, then you leave them in that state. It can be detrimental to their health in ways that you can't even imagine. Because remember, you're dealing with the subconscious. You know the feeling of daydreaming? How does daydreaming feel like? It feels like, not even daydreaming, deja vu. Have you had deja vu before?
Yeah.
That feeling. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's real? Is deja vu real for you?
Yeah. But no, me no.
Deja vu sini like you've ever seen like this happening before. Yeah. Like, I think ishaifanyika mara moja, and I think it's real.
Have you ever been so in tune with yourself to the point where when you have deja vu, you know what's going to happen next?
Mpaka kuna there's this time I'm at a radio station called Shan FM. I'm a programming manager.
Wow.
So there's this day we are having a managers meeting. So the HR was speaking, and then like I had deja vu, and then I tapped the lady next to me because I wanted nione kama itafanyika. Na ikifanyika nisikue mimi peke yangu nashtuka. Nikasema cheki simu sasa ngoja I'll call you later. And exactly hivyo ndio ikafanyika, like after a while akapigiwa akashika akasema hello, I'll call you later. Exactly the way I like saw it in my mind ndio ikafanyika. I was like, "Ooh, this is crazy."
It's crazy. But you have no explanation for it.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to deny the fact that there might be something else to this world. Like there might be a different level to everything. How are you able to know exactly what will happen even before it happens? And you think everything's just normal? I'm telling you, we live in a day and age where you might see people might be walking in town, a gorilla walks by, people think it's a costume. And it's a real gorilla.
What?
A ship goes or just flies on top, people will say it's a hologram. Like we have so much doubt with reality that we don't want to know what's possibly there. You know, I think I've just gone off track from what the question was.
No, it's okay.
But people are so is it in tune or not? They're so not in tune with what's possible. They just want to block their minds from everything that's in the world. So you should play this game called Cash Flow. There's this game called, it's like Monopoly. But Cash Flow is a game where you're in a rat race. A rat race where you're supposed to make sure that you're passive income is greater than your expenses. And in that case, no matter how much of a salary you're earning, if your passive income is not greater than your expenses, you're not financially stable.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to get out of the rat race. Outside the rat race, there's this whole world where I would describe this as the Elon Musks. People who can post one tweet and control the whole world's
thinking,
the crypto world and everything. You're thinking you're in the world itself, but you're not aware because you just do not know. You're choosing to block out what's possible.
So that's what the thing that they usually say, that we are all in a matrix. You have to
think outside the box. Yeah, just really everything somebody tells you. Even these motivational speakers. I mean, I'm not a fan of motivational speakers because I feel like there's a motivational speech for every single person, even a thief.
Sisi high school walitudanganya,
right?
Soma tu kitabu moja utapita. Waliniangusha bwana.
I mean, some messages are very strong, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure even thieves themselves look at motivational speeches. Even killers themselves look at motivational speeches. They apply it, because it's all relative to the kind of lifestyle you're living. So I don't really focus on what I don't really focus on motivational speeches, but my point was, what was my point? I just lost my train of thought.
And tuning and
in tune with reality.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Being in tune with reality. So basically what I'm trying to say is a lot of times we just choose not to know. And not knowing, ignorance, they say ignorance is bliss, but it's really not. I don't feel like it is. Not knowing doesn't mean that you are bound to escape from a certain circumstance because you don't know. You can't say, I hurt this person, but I didn't know it was a crime, so I can't go to jail. You're going to go to jail even if you do not know. You should face the consequences of your actions. So it's just good to be informed and just choose to be aware of what's possible and what's not possible. Don't block it out. You might wake up today. You see the way they say that you can wake up on two sides of the bed. There's a reason they say that.
Umeamka leo na mguu ya right.
Mguu ya left ama mguu ya right.
Uko na moods, umeamka na mguu ya left wewe.
Do you know how much that statement can affect your day?
Because itaingia mentally.
It gets into your head, and the moment your mind takes can't, not, or anything negative, it starts associating everything you see with negativity. You might be living the same day. Of course, you're living the same day with me, yeah? But what makes the difference between me seeing this day as a good day and you seeing this day as a bad day? Experiences. If you choose to see the bad in a day, you're going to see the bad in a day. If you choose to see the good in a day, you're going to see the good. I mean, there might be an accident there on the road that you just passed. That's negative, yeah? But on this other side, there's a wedding going on. Do you choose to see the accident to absorb the energy from this accident, or choose to take the joy from this wedding?
And
it's a choice.
Yeah. And I have
unaweza fanya ni dozi sahi.
Who does? I don't think with this setup we can do that.
Yeah.
Or we can try something different, a little bit different, yeah? Actually, let's try something.
Okay. Before you need.
Yeah, before just in case, just because of time.
Yeah,
because of time, yeah. Let me ask you a question. Are you good with, let's say, how do I put this? I think the camera will want to take this a close up.
Close up, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So no, I think even the phone is okay. You can just use the phone. You can come close. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I want you to imagine something right now. Imagine that.
Hapa sasa nani?
Siri zako zote tutajua. Ulize nini vitu zake.
Okay. Do we do landscape or portrait? It's okay.
Yeah.
I think this way. What's this one called? Portrait.
Even the portrait.
Yeah, let's do portrait.
Landscape. Okay.
We let's do portrait. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me put this a bit there. So I need you to do something for me. Imagine. I mean, I got to the podcast before you guys. Come on. In most cases, how many minutes would you take to get late to a meeting? How many minutes would you add yourself? Just extra time.
I think 10, 5.
10-5.
At most hiyo ni tumeenda mbali.
All right, let me see your phone for a second. This is your phone, yeah?
Yes.
Just okay.
Acha niangalie mpesa balance.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Actually, let me just lock it. Okay, there we go. So, do me a favor. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. What's the best time you choose?
10.
What about you?
15.
10,
15.
So, can we take your two numbers and just subtract them together?
Okay.
15 minutes minus 10 minutes.
5.
So we can use 5 for this. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to be somewhere here. I think here. So it's okay. You can come close for this one. Yeah. Let me come this way. So it's okay. I think she can be in the frame of the camera for this particular one because you might want to see this just for everybody to see. So you chose 15 minutes and you chose 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we just took the middle point, which is approximately 5 minutes between the both of you. Yeah. So imagine that, and imagine if you could take back time. 5 minutes before. Watch this. Are you ready? Look at this. 1, 2, 3. If you look carefully, we just came back to 127. check your time. Make sure it's 127. Check your time as well. Is your time 127 too?
Yeah.
Just like that, we actually reverse time 5 minutes back.
When Mukora.
So like huyu chunga. Whoa, shit.
Aitarudi tena into normal. Umeharibu time yangu sasa.
Time continue. Yeah, so pretty interesting, yeah. It's interesting how you could have chosen any minutes. You chose 15 minutes, you chose 10 minutes, and we took what's between.
What?
The amount of time between the both of you, and that was 5 minutes.
Yo, that's actually crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
Insane, yeah? Maybe one more for you, yeah?
Okay. Mimi niko na swali. Like sasa time yangu itabaki kuwa hivi.
No, everybody's time is not the same.
Hiyo ni time yangu kuanzia leo. Kuanzia leo hiyo.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
All right, fine. So let's try this. Could you just give me any number from 1 to 10?
8.
8. That's your final choice, yeah?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, I'm gonna just move this forward a bit. It's okay, don't worry. I got it. So here's fine. Now I think the audio can hear me now.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can come close.
So for
It's
guys
fine.
on Spotify, I think you're going to really have a hard time.
Yeah, because this was
you
necessary.
can see.
Head
You
over
check
to
it
YouTube.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, on YouTube. But I think the main focus will be here, so you guys can also see this. It's gonna be put on the screen, maybe.
Yeah.
So you chose 8 because imagine if I could take your thought, throw it up, and just like that, bring it right there. That would be insane. That would be crazy, yeah. But not just that. Could you just take this 8? Just imagine it's in your hand, and just imagine yourself just throwing it across, just like that. That's insane.
Oh my god.
But tell you what, let's make it even more interesting. Imagine that 8 still right here, taking it. Give me your hand, give me your finger. I'm gonna put it right there and just touch anywhere on the screen. Just touch there. Just like that. And this is crazy, yeah? But let me I don't know if I should, let me just still use you because I think you're in the best angle for this one. Could you just blow down on the phone? Just blow down.
Lazy.
And not just that, but what if I could actually just push that down right there?
What?
Scramble them. And now do me a favor, just give me your hand. Give me your hand. And just hold the phone and just shake it with me.
Bro.
Musau.
Pretty insane, yeah? And I think, I don't know why, I really love this because
Yo.
could you think of any card in a whole deck of cards? Just one card in your mind. And just to make sure, I need you to change your mind a couple of times before you settle on one. So think of one card in your mind right now. And once you have one in mind, don't change your mind and just say it out loud.
J.
That's your final choice. J of
Diamonds.
diamonds. If you were to think of a card, what card do you think of?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
8 spades.
8 of spades. Okay, just come closer. Let me start with you right now, okay? You chose the J diamonds. Could you click on this rising card app? Good. Now hold the phone. Is that your card? No? Now as the camera's watching you right now, I need you to just shake the phone. Just shake the phone. Harder. And watch what happens right there. You actually get the Jack of Diamonds flowing out of the phone. Now you can stop the phone and just show everyone what you already have right there. That's the Jack of Diamonds.
Oh my god.
Right there.
Yo, this is crazy.
Pretty insane, yeah?
Yo.
Pretty cool. I know. You see, it's just magic is all around.
Have you ushaienda kwa supermarket msee akakuboo ama tuseme ukashikwa na askari kasema wewe ndo unataka kunishika unipatie mkono yako?
Nishafanya hivyo. Actually, I've done something better. But this one, I don't like doing this on live, but let me try this. Do you have your phone? Here it is. Okay, yeah. Just grab his phone. Actually, maybe unlock it for him. No, actually, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, hold it. So I've not unlocked your phone, so I don't know because it's using. Is this a 4-digit code or 6-digit code?
It's God damn it.
Sorry about that. 4 or 6?
It's a 4-digit.
4-digit code, just like mine.
Yes.
Good. So I need you to this is gonna be for you. Hold the phone this way. So she's gonna see what you're doing right now. I need you to think of 4 random numbers right now. Okay? 4 random numbers that come to your mind. And with the phone facing her, just type in numbers. As you can look at it, but just type in numbers, but show her what you're typing though. Yeah, maybe this way.
I'm a camera in here.
Did that work? No? Did it work? No? Okay, I'm gonna give this to you right now. Imagine your passcode right now in your mind. Don't show me the phone. Just hold it to yourself. Don't even show the camera. I don't want the camera to see this. Try see if that unlocks my phone.
My passcode.
Yeah, try. Go ahead. If that unlocks it, then probably this is synced or something's wrong. Just to make sure. Does it? No? Okay, good. Now here we go. Handing the phone back. You're showing show the camera and show the camera right there. Yeah, you can see it. Nice. So it's gonna get interesting. So just close your eyes for a minute, right there, and imagine 4 random numbers right now coming to your mind. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Open your eyes and just type in any 4 numbers that have come to your mind right now. Don't change your mind though. The 4 numbers that come to your mind. Show the camera as you're doing this. Now type in the numbers. Just like that. And you might think that this, if you take a look, you actually were able to unlock my phone just like this. It's pretty crazy.
It's opened.
It's open. And it gets crazier. Because hold my phone. This is your phone, yeah?
Yes.
Just to make sure that my fingerprint doesn't work. Does it?
No, it doesn't.
Good. I think you might have come to this side. Yeah, come to this side. Let me put this way so you can hear me, yeah? Okay. So sitting right there, yeah? I have to stretch because of the microphone, but here we go. Let me try. Wait, how do you unlock? Oh, here it is. Okay, no. Don't come in close. Don't come close. So just imagine your 4-digit code in your mind right now. And imagine those numbers. Just visualize them in your mind. Just draw them in your mind. One at a time. The first number, second number, third number, fourth number. In the second, third number. There's some sort of similarity around this. You like synchronicity, don't you?
I mean...
Oh my god, bro! Simu yako imefunguka. Walai, simu yako imefunguka, bro.
But maybe I kind of hacked this in a way. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe because technology these days. There's a lot of similarity in your code. I don't know what this similarity is for, but was this something to do with high school or anything?
Nah.
What was it? What is it about?
The passcode?
Yeah, your passcode. Don't tell me what it is, but what is it about?
Nilipiga simu. I locked my phone kibahati mbaya. So like when actually ilikuwa Safaricom. So kupiga wakanipatia pin to another SIM card, but I applied it here
on your mobile phone.
So nikasema cause ile SIM card nyingine ilikuwa hivyo, acha basi hiyo pin hiyo SIM card nyingine ikue kwa hii simu. So nikaiweka hapa.
So it's looking at doubles. 6556.
What?
Hiyo ni password yako, bro.
655. Wala.
Hiyo ni password yako. Yote anajua.
Let me have this for a second.
Bro.
I know it keeps there's so much to this. That's the thing. Mentalism is all about the fun. That emotion.
So ngoja.
That sense of wonder is just what drives me to do this on a daily basis. It's just it's what I love doing.
So this is crazy.
Kuna siku ushai change as in have you ever used like magic to your advantage?
Yes.
Katia madem. Kwanza madem. Wewe, unanipenda? Unanipenda? Chai.
Yes.
Unanipenda?
Think of a number. That's it. You love me.
Actually, if you wait, this is a continuous shot, right?
Yeah.
So there's no way it can stop.
No,
It can't stop.
Okay. Because I had to get something from my bag, but it's fine. I can't do that now.
You
I can
take
get
it.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't want that to be messy.
No, it's right.
All right, so I have. Let me show you how this works to my advantage. And I came with big cards because of a specific reason. I want this to be as
Vivid as
vivid and visual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this deck to you. Don't let me touch it from now on. Okay?
Yo weka uko nani? Uko.
Okay, and now you're gonna help me with this one.
Okay.
So all I need you to do is here we go. Let me go to my stopwatch. Okay, so I need you to think of a card. A very different card from the first one you thought of. Just probably a number and a suit.
So I choose two different.
A number and a shape.
And a shape and a suit. Okay.
Say it.
2 spades.
2 of spades.
Yep.
Was there a specific reason you chose the 2 of spades?
Not really. I was like that. 2
No?
sounds nice.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unlock my phone. 1 second.
Once again, kama uko Spotify unataka kuona magic.
All right.
Yeah, YouTube.
So I'm gonna head over to my stopwatch right there. You can come closer for this one as well. Don't worry about this. So I'm gonna give you a very simple exercise. What you're gonna do is simply click start whenever you want, and then you can let the time run, and then once you're comfortable, hit start again. So for example, let's do a tries X. You're going to hit start, and for example, say stop whenever you want, and stop. You're gonna hit start again. So that's 4 seconds, 15 milliseconds. Okay. So whenever you're ready, hit start.
Okay.
And whenever you want to, just hit start again.
This is crazy, man. Okay, I'm comfortable.
So what do we have here? We have 7 seconds, 3 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Sure? Can you see that? I'm going to show the camera too. That's 7 seconds, 3 milliseconds. You could have stopped on any sort of combination. It could have been any.
Yeah.
Could you add up those two numbers for me?
10.
Sorry, let me just exit that. 10?
10.
7 plus 3 is 10, yeah? Hold on to my phone. You've been holding onto that deck the entire time. Right?
Yes.
Nothing under my sleeves?
Yeah, nothing. They're even tight.
Acha nishike.
Yeah, make sure. Just make sure.
Asiweke hapa.
I mean, these cards are very big. So there's no way.
There's no way.
Actually, okay, could you open it up? Slowly. And slowly take out all the cards together. Just take them out. Make sure that all of them. Don't drop them. You have them?
Yes.
Okay, hold them slow. Just hold them very well like this on your palm. And now I need you stopped on 7 seconds, 3 milliseconds.
Yes.
And you added those two numbers up from a random time.
Yeah.
And you came up with 10.
10.
And you chose one card, which was the two of
spades.
2 of spades.
Yes.
Could you count down 10 cards onto my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slowly, 8, 9. Don't show the card. Just hold it there. Show everyone right now. 1, 2, 3. Show him the card. What card is that?
Show me.
What the fuck?
Show
Show him the card. On the 10th position is actually the 2 of spades. And all these other cards are all different. Just to make sure of that. And not just that. Show everyone the cards. Are all the other cards different? If you could stop on number 11, it would have been a different card completely.
Yeah.
But you stopped on a specific time. 7 seconds, 3 milliseconds. Added up to number 10. And the 10th card was your thought card, the 2 of spades. And I'm going to put this back because I want to make this even more interesting. Remember, you've had my phone that whole time.
Yes.
What if I told you I took a picture earlier on before I even came here? And I'm going to show it to you right now. I took a picture earlier on. 1 second. Where is it? I don't think I came with it. No, it's not uploaded yet. It's still syncing. I think my library is still syncing. You can see that. So it's not going to show. But, man, I wish I could show you that. Oh my goodness! So why of all times, I think you should the iPhone sasa sinking, sinking. But it's okay. It's okay. But how insane is that? To the point where you actually...
So, like, your picture, you need 2 spades.
Yeah, there's a picture. I put it on my cloud so I could send it to you. But I think my stuff is syncing right now.
But when it's done, you'll just, maybe...
But now, how will you know I didn't change it, though? That's the
yeah.
question. I wish I could show you right now.
Immediately.
I want another chick. You read minds, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. But not like the way... It's not like you request it to happen. Yeah. It just happens.
It just happens.
It just happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe you can ask me questions about that. That's if you can ask me any questions about mind reading, mentalism. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. On the magic vibe.
Take the small cards so you don't drop these.
He's on the...
Yeah, there's some small cards here. At least how does it drop?
Mkinipea hizo ndogo mumeumia. Hii kubwa ndo
Yeah, so, here you go. Let me shuffle them for you just to make sure, yeah?
These are all my cards. You're shuffling them.
I'm going to shuffle this for you. Fair enough, and I'm going to give this a little dynamo shuffle like this.
Okay. Wow. Yo, magician uwezi.
Yo, ndo niko your cause YouTube. Wewe.
All right, so fully shuffled.
Ya Mungu, magic yangu leo ndo nakuhitaji. Mapepo nao zikuje zote kama zinakujanga. Okay. So amenipa hizi cards, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been with these cards. I haven't touched them. This is my first time touching the cards, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to shuffle.
Yeah.
And whenever you want me to stop, tell me to stop.
Okay.
Wow.
Anytime.
Stop.
I love me backfire.
Take this card.
Okay.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Show them. You can even show the camera, maybe.
I've seen it.
Yeah. The camera there.
Yeah, wait. Don't look. Okay, done?
Yeah.
All right.
Turn it. You've crammed it.
Yeah, we have it.
Okay. Okay, look. I'm going to shuffle this. Oh.
Shuffle you yourself.
Lakini venye ana shuffle sasa ataharibu trick yako. Wewe ameharibu. Okay, so I'm going to tell you your card, yeah?
Au ganyamba ni shuffle.
Wallahi, hiyo na umeshuffle vibaya mtu wangu. But yeah, hopefully it will work, yeah? I don't know.
Hebu niangalie.
Bado hiyo part ya kuniangalia. Look at me. Okay, Musau. Was this your card?
Oh, yeah, that was my card. Was it? That was my card. That was my card. Wait, let me see. That was actually my card, though. That's insane.
Man. You see?
That's good.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. But what if you could take this to a different level? Mm-hmm. What if I could put this in my phone?
What?
And then just take that out whenever I want.
Oh my God!
I think you got our camera.
Yeah.
Okay, just once. Use it.
It's just once. Yeah. Ifanyangu mara mbili. You kiblink imepita.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let she wanted to see it again.
Yeah.
You see, now what if you could take it, and this is gonna get interesting. Mm-hmm. Consider 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
If I shake this, it becomes a 7 just like that. You can check it out. It's one single card. And not just that, it gets better. You know. Okay, go ahead. Shall we see the camera? Yeah. Put the card here face up. You know what face up is? This way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now come closer. Right there. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about the cameras because I think this is necessary. Yeah, mm-hmm. So this is the 7 of spades. Do me a favor. Just push this card in for me. Push it completely in. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Is that the one? In my mouth? Yeah. You see, it's sleight of hand, being fast.
Well.
And there's this. It's practice. You know, it took me.
There's kuna post uli post.
Yeah.
I think I'll read it out loud.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and it got me thinking. Wacha ifunguke nani. Hadi mimi iCloud yangu.
Yo, this is just amazing.
It was saying.
Yeah.
Someone texted you. I think through your email. Mm-hmm. I'm writing to you. I'm writing not to judge you, but to question everything. I'll skip everything niende kwa. My biggest question is, which power are you using? Because to me, after observing your act, I see you're not turning things like the clip you changed to paper to money, but moving at a greater speed than that of light and changing things. Giving people's PIN numbers, you're using same speed to eliminate errors or wrong numbers to give correct number in a fraction of time. At times, the human mind, even cameras, cannot register. This is not humanly possible unless there's a knowledge that you know that I don't know. So, like, is it true, like, I
like the way he thinks. Yeah. You always have to move quicker than the human eye. Faster. You have to be 3 steps ahead all the time.
Naenda kulala neo footage.
Ukiangalia slow
down.
And actually, I think I have something to just demonstrate that. It's not a trick. But let's say I have 2 red cards and a black one, the ace. Okay? Yeah. And what I'm going to do, could you hold this for me? Yeah, I have 2 red cards and an ace. And this is the card I'm trying to really push. Okay? Yeah. We have 3 cards. I'm going to just mix this up, just like that. So you're not supposed to see where this card is.
Patapotea.
Yeah. But now yes, patapotea, but I'm trying to make this as different as possible. So I'm going to can I put this here?
Yeah.
Is okay? All right. Now let me show you something. It's not a trick, but it's more of the mind. We have an ace of spades somewhere there. Do you know where it is?
No.
Do you know where it is? Could you point to one card? Could you point to one card? And of course, you're going to be left with the ace of spades. Do you see how easy it is to manipulate your minds to choose everything but the ace of spades?
Yeah. It's crazy. You hata si trick by the way. Because obviously ungechagua hiyo ya mwisho.
Let's try again, okay? Let's try again. Because the only reason I'm showing you this is because I know it's not a trick. It's basically a demonstration of what. I hope you're not seeing what I'm doing, yeah?
No, I'm not seeing.
Okay, you're not supposed to see. So we have 1 card, 2 card, and the second card and the third card right there. Right?
Ask me to start this time.
Start.
Yeah. Acha nitoe hiyo.
Sure?
Yes.
Final choice?
Final choice.
Are you sure?
Yes. Hapo nimemshika.
No, because he saw this. That's why this is a bad angle.
Yeah.
So no, we can't use this angle. You guys, stop looking. You're not supposed to be seeing these cards. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
If I wanted to force the 3 of diamonds, thrice. 3 of diamonds, I have another 3 of diamonds and another 3 of diamonds right there. You didn't see that, did you? No? Because they're all aces of hearts right now. See that?
Walai.
But also there are 3 of diamonds. But you see they're all 3 different cards. I mean, okay, fine. For instance, let's say, let me show you the top card, which is the ace of spades. And I simply just do that. Where's the ace of spades? Sure? Exactly. So the 3-card Monty, even when they're doing the 3-card Monty, for instance, they have 3 cards like this. We have the 3 of ace of hearts, we have the ace of spades and the 3 of diamonds. I need you to follow the ace of hearts. No, the ace of spades, okay? So I'm gonna 1 second. I think because of this microphone space, yeah. Okay, so we have the ace of spades, we have the ace of hearts, and the 3 of diamonds. So I need you to follow the ace of spades right now. Where's the ace of spades? Wrong. I'm telling you, whenever you play that game, it's like these guys already know what. Let's try this again. Okay, one more time. But this time, let me make it a bit obvious. Okay, I won't do anything fishy. Follow the ace of spades right now. Okay, yeah, I think because of the space. But let me try this again. Don't look at it.
I haven't looked.
Okay, so let's try with the ace of hearts. I'm gonna put that there. Where's the ace of hearts? Wrong. Even if you saw it there, that's wrong. Next guess, where is it?
Yeah.
Here? Wrong.
What the?
So you're never gonna get this game because they're always playing with all your minds at the same time. In fact, if I was to play this game on the streets, I think they'll just ban me.
Huyo Musau asikuje hii hapa.
They'd actually just ban you because at this point they already know they feel intimidated by what by your
capabilities.
So for instance, you had the 3 of diamonds, ace of spades, and the ace of hearts. But if you put this just like this, all the way down, where's the ace of spades? Here, here, or here?
Shady.
Here? Wrong. That's a jack of hearts.
What?
Where's the ace of spades? Wrong. Where's the ace of spades? Wrong.
Kwani hizo cards zimeenda?
You see, that's the thing. You're paying attention to my voice so much, you forget about what's really happening.
Your voice.
Yeah.
It's misdirection. And one of you would have bet $1 million on that.
Actually, this
One
is the
of them
best
has to
podcast
be-
ever we've done, man.
Has to be the ace of spades.
Wait, you also make like rings or you float stuff.
Levitation.
Can we try it right now?
No, we can't. Not with this setup. But there's some things you can't do on a particular setup.
Yeah.
Some others you can.
Change money. Niko na kitu
Hiyo
sina.
umesema huyu anataka fair.
Maybe you can do sidelines.
Yeah.
For that one. You can do sidelines for the money on and everything. Yeah,
sure.
So don't worry about that. We can try that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
So we were at what's like the things you've done to your advantage with.
Of course. I don't think. Maybe just helping people, not for myself, but mainly for other people. I mean, you know what's funny is I do business consultancy, and mentalism, of course, helps with that, especially because of business psychology and everything. But now it's the fact that it's quite hard to teach what you preach, especially in this art. It's just like a barber. So even the fact that I know how to do these things doesn't necessarily mean I can get whatever I want at any point. No.
Yeah. Ni kama pia ile pia mganga ajigangi.
Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of, yeah. Even if a barber is the best in the world, he can't shave himself. There has to be somebody else to do it. There's just that
So like ujai kuwa na makaratasi unaenda tao ukasema
nishaifanya I was arrested for that. That's why I don't just do it because
Yeah.
it was put under what? They put it under, what's this crime called? Crime ya pesa inaitwa aje?
Money laundering.
Money laundering, yeah. I think money laundering, yeah.
Wait,
So,
what instance?
I changed paper to money, cash. Kwanza I was at this university, Kopa. The one in, where is it?
Karen.
Yeah, not Kopa, sorry. Catholic.
Oh, kwaya.
Yeah. I think I just chose the wrong university to be. Ningesikia tu
Kufanyia
Catholic.
mapasta.
Hapo kulikuwa na kitu iliendelea hapo.
Iko wapi hiyo holy water? Wewe tumbukize kidole weka kichwa yote.
But at that time I was still a kid. And it's the fact that I had cards. When you have the thing is in Kenya, whenever you have cards and you have money and you have a bag, you're a gambler. That's what everybody would think. Yeah. So even before I explained to the cops what this is,
so like what happened?
I changed paper to money and there's a whole crowd. I have that video until now, screaming and everything. So it got the attention of the guards. The guards came to me, but I didn't have I was not a student there. I think Catholic is very strict with it. Yeah, so they asked for my ID, I didn't have it.
Why?
Yeah, and
so you change.
At that point.
Yeah.
Believe at that point you're not thinking that you're not thinking that direction because there are like 5 of them. It's not like you can run because it's a closed gate, and everything. So you won't process that. Believe me, people say that if there was a car coming towards me, I'd have jumped this way.
Yeah.
I would have jumped this. There's no way you'll know. It happens in a millisecond like this. What? Millisecond. A car goes into an ocean. I'll open the window and get out. There's no time for that. So really much, there was no processing time for that. So by the time they came, I had my cards there, my money. I was not a student. So, first of all, you're not a student. Number 2, you have money, you have cards, you have this kind of things. So they called the CID.
What?
Yeah, they called the CID. I remember I got arrested from there.
Ulishukua na Subaru.
Subaru. Hey, watu na masuti.
Walai.
People in suits.
Hii ni kesi kubwa. Hii hawawezi, hawataweza.
Wanakuja kama ameshikilia hivi hapa.
Damn crazy. Yeah.
So they put me in cuffs. I remember I put me in cuffs and then I was just like, you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
But now it's the fact that they don't know.
You have to start explaining.
Now imagine explaining to a Kenyan cop what you're doing.
Yeah.
So like you did explain to them?
Yeah, but it's like, you see the way I'm trying to explain this to you. Imagine doing this to cops.
Mpaka kuwafanyia magic.
Actually I did. Walisema nibadilishe hiyo do nikabadilisha tena ikakuwa paper. In fact, those guys have that paper till now, and I don't know where they have it, but they have it somewhere.
Iko huko kwa cell.
Na hii wacha ituachi. Hii ndio unatumia
Yeah, Musau was here.
Yeah, I was there for like 2 days.
Wallahi, so you ulitoka na bail ama?
Yeah. No, I was just
Nani wewe tufanyie magic hapa.
Wewe asituroge.
So like
it was just I think they realized really there was not much going on.
Yeah.
But ile tu kusumbua watu, so
And on a nini serious note kidogo to we move to something a bit serious kidogo. Hiyo mambo ya like inaitwaje, the mind and all that, like kuna wase wengi wame like they kill themselves because of addiction. Msana anashindwa kuacha kitu, anajiua, ama msetu anaishi tu maisha tu mbaya, like anaona like his or her life ni cycle hiyo addiction. Mimi pia niko na addiction zangu personally zenye na try kuacha, but najipata tu nikirudia on the thing about being aware about your mind ni nini, like unaweza advise kama mimi nikitaka kuacha that sort of addiction ni kitu gani unaweza ni advise, like how to like get out of that specific situation?
I think the first step is just accepting that you have a problem, and once
you accept kitambo kuacha nimekataa.
Knowing that you have it is one thing. Denying that you have it is something very different on its own when you actually have it. So I think first of all, just identifying there's always a trigger for something. What's the reason? I think if I had more detail into what you're talking about, I'd give you the best advice. If you're okay with sharing with that, is if maybe you can share something partial about what it is, or anything that's made it start at some point. Was it heartbreak, or what kind of trigger brought this moment on you where you felt like?
But they trigger kitu nini?
When did it start, basically?
Kitambo.
And do you remember the moment it started? What was going on? A period of life. What was going on at that moment?
I think stress too mingi. I was just
okay. Now you see the way you're slowly starting to understand things you didn't even know about yourself. You're understanding where the triggers are, because you never really thought about it.
Yeah, true.
It began way back. You didn't know it was stress, but now you're realizing it was stress. But if you think about it, what kind of stress were you having at that point? Was it in school, at home?
School.
So it's something to do with school.
Yeah.
Was it relationships? Was it schoolwork? Was it education? Career?
Shule too. And also I remember I had this pressure like nini nitafanya na maisha yangu, because I was like inaitwaje hii mambo ya like being in a system. Hiyo kitu ilikuwa imeishi kunibo since
I get what you're saying. So you just don't like being kept in that that systematic kind of so, and what does that cost at this point in life where you feel like you have a habit that you really want to stop?
Pardon?
The habit you're saying you have right now, or the problem or the challenge you're going through, what is it? Is it related with this? Did you have this challenge when that was happening, when the stress was there?
Yeah.
Were you doing what you're doing right now when the stress was there? And then was there a time in life where you didn't go through this at all, where you did not, you were at peace with yourself, you weren't doing what you're currently doing? Was it before or after, or any period between?
And then came back to it.
Okay, now I think what you should do is try. You still have a lot of question marks as to what is this. You're still trying to understand what is this I'm facing. As I know I have this, but why? I think answering those questions as to the trigger, the root source of when it began, the reasons it began, understanding differences between the period where it began and where you noticed differences in that period, just identifying those first of all. And then maybe I could assist you from there on. Okay. But I think that's the best way to start off. Because you can't deal with something
you don't know.
It's like you're bleeding.
But you don't know from where.
You're in a desert. You have a scorpion bite. Fine, you treat it. But are you just going to keep walking barefoot on the... No, you have to do something. You have to be aware of those kind of things. The trigger. You don't just treat things. Treating things doesn't mean you're living a healthy lifestyle or trying to... just trying to make the most from that moment or anything. No, it's you have to understand the root causes of different things. Understand why things happen the way they happen. Some people have anger issues, right? And when they come down to thinking about why they have anger issues, maybe it's because the home they're raised in. You absorb that kind of energy. It becomes a part of you, whether you like it or not. It becomes a part of you. So just understanding what experiences triggered you to this point would really assist you to, as a starting point. And then thereafter now is when you can start doing something to solve this. You can't treat an illness you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so deep.
Nimenyamaza
hapo nimefikiria zangu nini.
Mazana kitu tu. Alafu unajua mbona nimeulizia hiyo swali, like a lot of people go through different addictions. Like a lot, especially people in this age generation.
And that's why my whole mantra is all about self-awareness. Just understanding yourself. And not just the good sides, even the bad things that go on with you. Just it doesn't mean you're not wrong for trying to change. In fact, you're doing way better than someone else who's doing something else but doesn't want to change. It's just a matter of being at peace with yourself. Being at you can't wait until life's not hard enough for you to be happy. I had this quote from a lady called Nightbird on AGT, and she said this quote and it just hit me different. Because a lot of times you're looking so far, you're postponing your happiness. Oh, I'll be happy. I'll be happy then. I'm sad now because I don't have money and someone else has money. It affects your mind. Because the thing is, happiness is relative. You might not be, have you ever experienced $10 million? Yeah. So do you know what it feels like to have $10 million? But you know how someone else feels when they have $10 million, right? You're relating what you feel with what they're feeling. It won't work. Because if you focus on what you feel right now and what brings you happiness in this point in life, then everything else that comes up is just a moment. If you leave every day as a moment, you choose to be happy on this day. Just choose to be happy, and not just choosing, but if you know that you get depressed when you sit in a room all day, it makes you sad. Why not do something that makes you happy? It can be anything. Like, what makes you happy? Most times when you're just not doing anything, what do you want to do?
Okay, playing guitar hiyo ni kazi. Sema
FIFA, exactly. That's FIFA makes you happy.
Yeah.
So the power of association with the mind associates feelings with moments. So the idea of associating the happiness of FIFA with the sadness you're experiencing at a certain point in life, it like merges together to create this neutral base where you're just yourself. You're not thinking too much, because remember, when you're just too silent and just alone, your mind's processing. And if you only have negative thoughts, it's just going to keep getting worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's you to choose what makes you happy in that moment. My little house let's say if you have a little house, maybe, this little rent, just a small amount of rent, and you know that this is your home. You make it as amazing as possible. It becomes your happy place. And the amount of happiness you have at that point is almost the same that somebody like Messi has in his house. Happiness is happiness. There's no the best happiness, the worst happiness. Happiness is happiness.
That's I think our time is beating us our back. Before, because we have like 5 minutes in it, we wrap it up. You are featured among influential people in the US. You'll be attending for something on September.
Yes, this September actually, the United Nations, there's a MyPad gathering in New York. So I was supposed to go for the BET on 24th of last month, but my visa my visa appointment was set to May 2024.
What?
Yes, I just gotten the invitation. I didn't have a visa, so I had to apply.
Yeah, but
luckily I've been able to expedite it to this month, actually next week. So now I'll attend the one in September, October. Yeah, September. I'll be attending in September to October. Yeah, because I have my interview this.
So is it nomination? Because I'm seeing influential people.
Yeah, so for the BET Awards, it's more of like when you're an honoree for an event, it's like you're gracing the event with your presence. It's not that you're a BET like award winner, but imagine, let's say you have an event in school, but they invite Uhuru there. Think of it like
his presence alone.
Just presence, So that's the kind of idea what it is. So people like Trevor Noah, Beyonce have been honorees to the BET Awards. Not BET Awards, but the sidelines, the BET Awards. All these people. Larry Madowo was there. like there's so many different people. Yeah.
That's so big.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Wanakulipa ama they'll take up for everything nini.
Yeah, so it's a whole package. I mean, LA is expensive. Very expensive. So about for 4 days, it's gonna cost about maybe 1.2 million. Yeah.
Hiyo hujajibamba itu
Hujaji-
unasema
Toke uende LA.
bite ka kitu hapo
'Cause
nje.
tickets, hotel stay, going around, shopping, all that, it's quite expensive.
Hapo ndo unapata Mkenya halo ati
Yeah.
unaenda tuendanishe alafu tushika anyway.
So I wouldn't pay that amount of money to be an honoree at that event. So that's the reason why I'm currently I was looking for sponsors. Yeah, so that's the idea. So sponsors would fund your trip there and everything, come back, but now you're representing them as a brand when you go for
As their brand.
yeah, exactly.
And on that note, like what's like the peak of your career so far? Any experience gani umeona nayo?
You've really met a lot of people.
Unazunguka sana man.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people in my life. I think it's just growth. All I see is growth, and the peak point is not yet there. I mean, I recently just finished shooting my 4 episodes of my new TV show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's soon gonna be released. Hopefully you'll see it on Netflix or so. But hopefully, I said hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But I'm also planning to try push it to the Kenyan market as well, Maisha Magic and all. So now we're just at the pitching stage because it's a very new concept. Everything that's new, it's like you're starting it from scratch. Even with the board of directors you're going to be approaching, the meetings you're going to be going to. So we're currently there at the process of pitching the show. And hopefully once it's there, we can produce it for the open.
And man, I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah.
Na ni uzuri nini on here to like hizi ni zile evidence zenye zinaonyesha like right now also kuna vitu na practice like it's so hard like okay nini musicians wanajua sionyeshe zanga ni guitar scales kuna vitu zinaitangwa scales kwa guitar ni tricky kiasi but like unajua at the end of the day nikiweka hours zangu hapa ni kitu itapeo na uzuri in art
exactly
you like utaiona like
and make sure your art is you're not doing it for the competition. Don't lose touch of yourself for that. If you love playing guitar, play guitar because you love it, not because you're trying to impress or compete with. There's always going to be somebody better somewhere who you don't even know about. I mean, who knows really that Messi is the best player in the world? Who really knows?
Nobody.
There's some guy who's not even known anywhere.
Yeah.
The richest guys on earth, you think you know who they are, but the richest guys on earth do not want to be known. They're very silent. Chill. You're never going to know, So just do your thing, love your art, and just keep pushing. Don't focus on your art. That's what I would say. Just focus on your art and don't mind about background noise. Don't look at what other people are doing, like trying to compete with them or anything. Just stick to your lane. People will love your art for what it is rather than what it's not.
Thank you so much.
I think we are going to disappear.
Thank you so much.
You're
Kim
welcome.
Musau,
You're
for
welcome.
gracing
Anytime.
us,
Thanks for
man.
coming through. We'll be having more sideline magic, I think, right?
Yeah, we're going to do a
Kidogo.
kidogo some more. And then,
yeah.
So head over on
Because,
our social media platforms on TikTok, TikTok, Instagram, Thread, Twitter.
Yani kila mahali tu ukisikia tu unataka
Kuona
search tu
So that was it for Cheka 2 podcast. Thank you so much, Kim Musau, for coming through.
anytime.
For our viewers, thank you for always viewing, watching, subscribing. Remember, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts. You can subscribe to our YouTube page. That is Cheka 2 Podcast. Remember, it's Cheka 2 imeshikanishwa because we have other competitors wa Tanzania. But anyway, that was it for Cheka 2 Podcast. It's a wrap. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the show,
week.
right?
Yeah, enjoy your week to come. Peace.